In this short video, I want to explain what is the meaning of T account, or we can also call it a ledger account. So I'm going to simplify it for you in a very short time so that you can have understanding. Okay, so when we talk about a T account, this simply means that the account must look like T. The account will look like this. So in accounting, when account have two sides, we call it, on the left side we call it a debit side, on the right side we call it a credit side. This simply means that a T account. So the other name, you can also call it a ledger account. So how does this account work? Okay, very simple. This account, in order for you to understand it more better, you must have this understanding. Okay, when it comes to a balance sheet section, you must have understanding of assets. When we talk about an asset, equity and liability. Okay, this is balance sheet section, guys. Okay, let me show it here. This is the balance sheet. Yeah, this is the balance sheet. So when we talk about a balance sheet section, an asset increase on the debit side and decrease on the credit side. Equity do opposite with asset and is the same as liability. Equity is the same as liability because they increase on the same side of credit. Okay, once you know this principle, guys, it's going to be very simple for you to treat a ledger account. Okay, let me give you an example. We can say it, a transaction that says inventory of 500 purchased on credit. Okay, inventory of 500 purchased on credit. Now we have to record under our ledger account or T account. Very simple. Firstly, what you have to do is to identify two components, because in accounting we must have two components minimum as always, because one must be debited, one must be credited. Okay, the first item, guys, we identify inventory, which belong to assets. The second one is credit, which belong to liability. Okay, it's a creditors control. Now, which means that we are going to open assets account and liability account. Okay, let's draw assets account, which is inventory, which means that we are going to take this rule, a plus this side and minus this side. Okay, because we purchase inventory and now we have more inventory, which means that our assets is going to do what? To increase by 500. Okay, then now let's go to what? To liability. Okay, if you want to write a description here under inventory, obviously you are going to write what? A creditors control, because they have to swap what? A name. Okay, then the second ledger that you are going to do, because we purchased on credit and we didn't pay our supplier, our liability has increased. We owe more money now. Okay, which means that under a creditors control, which is liability, our assets, our 500, not assets, our 500 must be recorded on the credit side, and we indicate that this is because of inventory that we bought. Why this side? Because plus is on the credit side. Why this side? Because plus of assets is on the debit side, which means that this principle, guys, is very, very important. Okay, now let's go to nominal account section for T account. Okay, under nominal account section, guys, we only have two accounts, which you also have to know. Number one, we have income account. Number two, we have expense. When we talk about an expense account, it's a plus and minus, and this one is do opposite with this one. It's a minus and plus. So in other words, if income has been received, it's a plus. If income has been taken down or need to be subtracted because of some principle, like for example, it was income for next year. Income statement does not allow that, which means that we have to go and do what? And debit to subtract. Similar case with expense. When we spend more, it's going to do what? To increase the expense account. Okay, if it need to be deducted because of some principle, for example, the one that I was saying here, that is expense for next year, we have to deduct it on the credit side. So this is how T account or ledger account apply. So this was an example. So please go and check on the playlist. You will find more videos with more details and some transaction that you can learn more under a T account. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. See you on the next one.